Hello everyone! In this lesson, we will learn how to resize HTML elements using the scale function. So the scale function allows us to resize the elements easily. But what do we mean when we say resizing elements? Well, resizing elements means changing their width or height, or both of those aspects. So let's start with the width. We can resize the element's width easily using scale X. So I have the same image from the previous lesson, and I'll go right here when I hover over the image, and I will add transform scale X. And the scale function accepts numbers that indicate how much the width of the element will change relative to its original width. So, for example, if I added 2 here, this will make the image width increase to twice the original size. So if it was 100 pixels, it'll be 200 pixels. And if I change the 2 to 1.5, it'll be 150 pixels. So let's see this. You can see when I hover over the image, its width increases and is doubled. Now I can decrease the width as well. So I can go back to the code editor and use 0.5, for example, which will decrease the image width to half the original, like this. Great. Now to scale the element's height, we can use scale Y instead of X. So back to our code editor. I will change this to Y, and that should decrease the height to half. Like so. And of course, we can increase the height by using values greater than 1. Let's see what that looks like. So back to our code editor. I will change this 0.5 to 1.5. And this should increase the height, just like that. Like translate, the scale function can take 2 arguments, x and y, where the x value defines how much the element's width will increase or decrease relative to its original width, and the y value defines how much its height will increase or decrease relative to its original height. So, back to our code editor. I'll go right here and remove this y, and add 2, so the width will be doubled, and another 2, so the height will be doubled as well. And the image should be 2 times bigger now. When I hover over the image, you can see it's getting bigger, and has this nice zoom in effect. Now, if I go back to our code editor, and remove this second value, and leave only this first value, this will scale the width and the height together. Just like if we didn't remove the second value. So if I made this 0.25, this should scale the image down to 25% of its original size. So to wrap things up, scale is one of the functions that we can use with the transform property, and it allows us to change the width of an HTML element, or its height, or both simultaneously. It can be scale X, which will increase the element width if the value is greater than 1, or decrease it if the value is less than 1. Or it can be scale Y, which will increase the element height if it's positive, or decrease it if it's negative. And we can just use scale, which accepts 2 values, x and y, and will change the element width and height at the same time.
Please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified with my latest videos and updates.